Hello.
That was amazing.
Winston?
What's on your mind, May?
Do we have enough people for this mission?
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine.
Why is Null Sector attacking now?
I don't know, May. But the people down there need help. And right now, we are all they've got.
Attention! This is your captain speaking. We are on final approach to Paris.
That's our cue.
You may now power on your electronic devices. Weather is mostly cloudy, with a 100% chance of Null Sector invasion. Winston, clear as a spot to land. We'll be right behind you. Trying to crash another party, love?
Volskaya. You have no idea what it took for me to make this meeting happen. Okay, listen. I'm here to make a friend and show you something I found. Tell me, what would happen if the people of Russia learned that their defender against the Omnics was actually getting her tech from the enemy?
Honor resides in one's actions. You dare to lecture me about honor? You are not worthy to say his name! Ryuga waga teki wo kurau! Ryujin no kei wo kure!
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Rob here with Streamly.com. That was just a snippet of the fantastic cast that we have here, because I'm so proud and honored to introduce the cast of Overwatch 2! So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go in order, and we're going to introduce ourselves, starting with a gentleman that has a really fantastic hat on. You're gonna say your name, the character that talk about Johnny on right there.
Yeah, the real hat.
Your name, the character that you played, and one cool line or best moment that you had playing that character. Starting off with a man named Johnny.
What's up? I'm Johnny Cruz. I play Lucio. Recently, I've been playing, and one of my favorite little lines that's come into the game is "Payload's moving, Lucio's grooving." It's like.
Thank you for that. Next up, Sir Senor Boris.
Yes, my name is Boris. He stands lovely to be here. I play a little guy called Sigma. And I like, what do I like? I like all sides. You don't understand the gravity of the situation.
Next up, Jen.
Hi, I am Jen Cohn, and I'm the VA for Farah. And my favorite thing about Overwatch 2 is that in this game, Farah has become a basketball bro. She's like a flying pro these days. So I love it.
Oh my gosh. Next up,
Hello, I'm Cara Theobald and I play Tracer. And cheers, love! The cavalry's here!
Next up, Fedor.
Hey, hello, I'm Fyodor Chen. I play Zenyatta. And there's just so much cool stuff about Overwatch 2 that I can't tell you guys about, but it is coming in that campaign mode. I'm very excited. You'll see. So.
Next up, Crispin.
Greetings, everyone. My name's Crispin Freeman. I play the voice of Winston. And I don't think we've heard enough Winston singing. I think his favorite song would probably be Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. And let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
It's so good.
Yeah, I think that always true. Next up, San.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm San Gauja. I play Doomfist. I think one of my favorite lines from Doomfist still is "One punch is all I need."
Yeah.
So aggressive.
I don't know what to tell you.
Fair enough.
I'm writing this stuff.
Hi everyone. I'm Dolia and I play Zarya. It even rhymes. And one of my favorite lines is a classic one. It's only a game. Why do you have to be so mad?
Very true. Very true.
Very, very true. And in studio, starting from left to right, John.
Hi, I'm John Lapau. I play Wrecking Ball, and I get to carry Hammond around with me and translate for him. I think I like when he says, frustration detected, profanity filter enabled. Not possible.
I think you need that on a phone. You need to have that on.
Just like the quote of the day.
It is.
You know?
Yeah.
Next up, Jeannie.
Hello. I'm Jeannie Bolay. I voice Echo. What would be so many fun things that we can't talk about. But I would say, is this a non-relevant conversation? Because I feel that every day. I could choose tomorrow. I'm not too sure. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Next up.
Hello, I'm Chloe Hollings. I play Widowmaker. And recently, one of my favorite lines that I've decided to use as a mantra, I think, is I aim to decimate.
Nice. And if you hear that, duck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Duck.
You will
Or
be
hide.
widow made.
Yes. Next up, Fred.
Fred Tattishore, Soldier 76, reporting for duty. I'm not a young man anymore. No, I would say the line I love is, I didn't start this war, but I'll damn well finish it. That's how I feel in life. I didn't start it. I'm gonna finish it, though.
Star Sign won't be none.
That's right.
There you go. And last and not least, with amazing hair. Like, wow. Paul.
I'm Paul Nakauchi, and I'm the voice of Hanzo at your service. Never second best.
Now I just want to go into battle right now.
You didn't start it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of this Q&A, because I know the chat is going bonkers right now. We have 86 plus people on the Streamly YouTube page going crazy. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, some of these talent will be signing some amazing prints right after this signing. And on top of that, they will be signing some later on. So go to their shops and check out their signing dates, and mostly go to streamly.com/Overwatch and get your prints. So I'm going to ask this question to everybody. We're going to start off in studio to offline, off in the, King's Row out there. By the way, if you guys saw the background, that is King's Row. Just want to ask, how does it feel to be in a franchise that so many people across the world just absolutely adore? But before you answer that question, before you answer that question, we have one of your castmates that wasn't able to make it today, but has a special message for everybody here and out there.
Hey, you guys, it's Anjali. I am so bummed that I cannot be there today for this Q&A and hangout and signing. I'm shooting something really super secret, and I just snuck into the bathroom to be able to say hi so I don't get yelled at for using my phone. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. I miss all of you heroes, and don't forget that I will be doing signings as well, just like all of these beautiful folks. So better be quiet. I'm going to be doing signings just like these guys, so check out my page on Streamily, and I hope you're all having a wonderful time. Bye!
Oh, the cutie.
Who's in the toilet?
Everything was Ladies and gentlemen, I just have to tell you, you were completely fine during that making of that video.
Okay.
So, but the question, we'll start with John. Okay. How does it feel to be part of a franchise that literally is just adored and loved globally for so many years?
It's all right. Next. As someone who never actually played these type of games much before, I was mostly into like the Mario stuff and the racing games and whatnot. But when I started going to conventions, and I heard what people say about the game, how it impacts them, and how these worlds they get to travel to, and they get to voice the characters they play, and the environments they surround themselves in, and they escape into this really cool, amazing place. And I never realized the gravity of that until I talked to so many people that I was able to meet over all the different places around the world. And I think it's really cool. And it's an honor to be a part of it. I love when I get new lines to say for the character and make it a more developed character. And it was a robot, but still, it's a robot created by a giant or a genius hamster. So, hey.
That is true.
But yeah, it's a real good part of it.
Love it.
It's all right.
It's not gonna be like the
yeah. You started it. You said no. It's lovely. Where are you going?
I'm gonna get Cherise. I'm gonna get Soldier.
Okay.
You should know, but continue. Everybody's on my feet, guys.
Wait, I have to. Okay, it feels weird
Talk
now.
to the
Oh,
owl.
hello.
The
Owl.
owl.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. I don't know. That's just the first thing that came into my mind. It's an immeasurable experience being part of Overwatch 2 and Overwatch as well. Do we talk about Overwatch anymore, or do we say Overwatch 2?
I think we just say Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Right?
Overwatch
What do you guys
2, we
think?
know.
What do you guys think? Yeah, you know how I feel. I love it. I effing love it. It's brilliant. You guys are great, and this family is amazing. So, what's to complain about?
Yeah. I guess it's my turn. Obviously, if anyone has heard me tell this story before, Overwatch and being part of such a big game is literally what allowed my life to shift and completely change, because after I started working with Overwatch, I discovered LA. The first time I ever came to LA was for BlizzCon, and so I just would not be living in this city and doing the things that I do with the people that I love if this game wasn't what it is. So I am eternally grateful, and so happy to be here.
That's awesome. Yeah, I am eternally grateful too. It's a complete honor. I see big things for Overwatch. I do. I think there's something to it. I don't know. Hey,
ladies and gentlemen, Cherise is
here. Yeah. It's a complete honor not only to be playing the character that's reached so many people and let me interact with fans in so many ways, and it's just so cool. And then have this family, and just again, how amazing the characters are in this game, and like how the variety, and there's so many different gameplays, different personalities, and it's just been, I've never been part of anything like this before. This is incredible. So thank you.
Yes, thank you all for making this game so popular and so wonderful. And yes, it is an honor and a pleasure to be a part of this game. And it's been 7 years now since
Wow.
7.5 years. And so I just feel very, very fortunate and very blessed, and everybody, all of these wonderful actors are all amazing, and we become such incredible friends, and we've traveled together, and we do all kinds of weird things together.
Very weird.
And it wouldn't be, we wouldn't know each other unless of Overwatch. So, and for you guys too. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Who you are.
I'm happy to be
Welcome.
here, and happy to join you guys on this rainy day in SoCal. My name is Charisse Booth, and I play Sojourn, and I just feel really, I'm echoing some of what I heard already, like really privileged to be here. I'm a newbie, and I appreciate the representation that's found in the game, and I can understand how that could speak to a lot of people out there when they see themselves represented in a game, and they also see represented in the game people who they love and connect with. So that was a very special element of the game for me. Sojourn, I admire her because she's loyal, she's dependable, she's tough. She is a team player. She's also a great leader. And it's nice to play someone who you aspire to be like. And oh gosh, I was trying to think of one of her lines that I really like, and it's the line where she speaks about we're in this together, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally, as Charisse, really love bringing people together, and the fact that Sojourn, in her heart, that is a very important value for her, is a place where I align with her. So yeah, it was kind of a blessing to be able to sort of be linked up to being able to voice her in this game.
Nice. Let's start backwards. Let's go with Dolia.
Oh, well, yeah. I've been with Zarya and Overwatch for 7 years now, and as the other members mentioned, it's been a great privilege and honor, and a whole new world opened up to me, and I love dipping in and out of it, and I love meeting gamers as much as the other cast members who some of them I haven't seen for a couple of years. Cara bumped into the other week in front of a studio. So it's lovely. It's like a little family, a global little family. And it's been a great privilege because, in the theater or in films, you don't really get such long projects. So, that is almost like my alter ego, by now. So I'm working towards it, building up my muscles.
Sir?
Yes. I feel extremely lucky and privileged and honored to be working on this project, and to all of the amazing people that are joining on this session right now. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what I can say that's not going to sound much different than what's being expressed, because it's really, it's profound. I didn't join at the beginning. But when I did come in, I also had a BlizzCon experience, my first BlizzCon, which it had a profound impression and effect on me, because it just impressed upon me, like someone else said, not just how much people enjoy playing these characters, but how much the characters that we voice become a part of people's lives. Those of you who are listening and watching right now, you know more about that than I do, or maybe some of us who help make these characters come to life for you. So I appreciate the fact that you're enjoying it, and I hope what you find in Overwatch 2 does more of the same. And thanks for playing us. Thanks for your support. And it's such a pleasure and honor to work with all of you, Overwatch team that's here, and those who are watching who can't be here. Much love, much respect. And I can't wait to see you all again sometime, hopefully in the near future, Anyway, Blizzard, come on, bring us back. Where's BlizzCon?
Oh my gosh, love it. Crispin.
When I first started working on Overwatch, I was brought in to work on the original cinematic trailer, and I had basically 2 lines. And I assumed that I was just, supporting character, gorilla, no big deal. It was only over time that I realized that Winston was kind of important, that he was sort of the Professor X of the team, going to bring the whole team together. And it was a slow realization of just how idealistic and aspirational this game actually was. It was like this slow reveal of all the different aspects, from the characters and the world and the intention and the ideology and everything else. And it was so idealistic that I thought, this is just a gift. I couldn't have asked for a character to love more than Winston, I think. And, I've been voice acting professionally in animation and video games and anime since 1997. And Winston has just sort of like taken over. Like when I go to conventions, like that's the one that everyone gets so excited about. And it's a blessing. And I watched a lot of animation when I was young, and it was aspirational, and it helped and inspired me, the heroes that I looked up to. And it is an absolute blessing to be able to play that kind of hero, that sort of idealistic, aspirational hero for others. And I'm grateful every time I get to voice him.
I'm about to start tearing right now.
Yeah.
You guys are. Oh my god. Anyway, please.
Ditto. No.
What the gorilla said.
Yeah. What Crispin said. No, but it's like everyone's saying. It truly, for me, it's got to be one of the greatest jobs I've ever been at. Lucky enough to book, and it's not only getting to meet such wonderful, talented other actors and get to spend time with them all over the world. We've gotten to travel and hang out, but also getting to meet you guys out there, the gamers, the fans, who are truly some of the just most creative and just sweet and wonderful people. Overwatch fans are truly the best, and so yeah, I just consider myself so lucky to be a part of this. And yeah, and truly can't wait for you guys to see the rest of Overwatch 2. I think you're really going to like it.
I think we will. We absolutely will, for sure. Gareth.
Well, I mean, it's very hard not to just echo what everyone else has said so beautifully. But
No, not you. She means echoing as in phrasing, not you.
Very good, very good. Excellent. I think, I mean, for me, I joined the game back, I think, around the same time as Crispin, back in 2014, which is such a very long time ago. And for me, it was a true introduction into the world of gaming, not just the world of Overwatch, but I really didn't know anything about games. I had never voiced a game. I had barely even played a game. So, I mean, I remember saying to a friend that I'd just got a job with a game with a company called Blizzard, and did they know them? And they were like, what? So, I knew absolutely nothing. So it's been a real journey from the sort of acting point of view and working with this incredible cast, and then how the world has grown from the very first BlizzCon to going to other conventions, and like we as a team are growing constantly, and it's amazing. And now I feel like I'm part of a very cool gang that I didn't know existed, but always be very grateful.
Love it. Love that. Jen, you're up.
My heart is bursting. I'm sitting here listening to everyone. I'm just like, oh my God. I just can't wait to be in a room with all of you guys again. I'm hearing each of you talking, and the fact that I haven't seen so many of you in so long. And Kara and Dolia, I've never been in a room with you.
I know.
Crazy. I know. Boris, I feel like I've been in a room with you, but I don't know that I have. My first ever Overwatch session was August 29th, 2014. So we're coming up to 9 years ago. And I remember leaving this session, and my agent, when she called to ask how it went, and I said it was good, she said, I think it's going to be a big deal. I think this is going to be, and I was like, oh, whatever. Yeah, right. Well, yeah. And had no idea. And if anyone had told me the magic carpet ride that the experience of being part of the Overwatch family was going to be, I honestly wouldn't have believed it. The fact that this game put me in touch with this wonderful crew, but then put me in touch with all of you, and that I've gotten to build these beautiful relationships with this amazing gaming community and this gaming world. Yeah, I feel like it's been like a bridge from the heavens. So I honestly, I'm like, my heart is full. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to see you guys. This is so nice.
Love that. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah.
Boris.
Nice.
He's even thought before his answer too. You saw that,
It's
right?
hard. It's hard to be last, isn't it? Well, Johnny's got one. It's. No, I mean, I think Crispin said it really nicely when he said it's a gift. That's kind of how I felt as well. It's a gift. It's like, especially because I'm one of the latest additions. So everything was already, to basically be given this opportunity to be part of something that is already so loved, and to kind of in a tiny little way to help add some more love to that was just wonderful and really, really cool. And of course, Sigma is also a slightly darker character, and I always love the darkness. So it was just really nice to relish in that and revel in that. And so from an acting standpoint, that was great. And then to be part of such a massive thing all of a sudden, to have that fall on my lap was fantastic. And yeah, to just meet the community out there. I mean, like Kara, I was actually a gamer, so I knew a lot about games, but I didn't know anything about Overwatch. So I also felt very fresh and new coming into it, going like, what is this game? And then all of a sudden realizing, oh my goodness, it's insane. And to get so much love from the community and to meet so many people has been absolutely amazing. So yeah, long may it last. And I'm also looking forward to hopefully there's going to be some sort of big meetup with all of us soon, because I've seen many of you several times, and some of you have never met, and it would be wonderful to all get into a bar together.
Everyone should come to London. You should all come to London.
Everyone should come to London.
It'd be very convenient. Come to London.
And last and not least, the man that keeps on grooving, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, as an actor or an artist, you hope to do something that inspires, that is something positive for the world. And the fact that never in a million years would I expected a video game to be something that people would come up to me for and be like, thank you for what you've done. I never imagined it. And the world has changed for me dramatically since Overwatch. Definitely being as an actor for many years, seen a lot of ups and downs, and before Overwatch, a lot of downs with just representation, certain things, and it really blew open the doors for me to do what I love and to represent something positive and something loving and something as sweet as Lucio was a gift, and it still is a gift. And of course, the Overwatch has become a family that, growing up very isolated and not, kind of an introvert. If you surprise, to have a family this big that, teaches me something every day and supports me in ways I had hoped and dreamed of being supported. Greatest gift anybody could ever ask for.
Remember Among Us? That's
so fun. So fun.
Oh my God. Didn't our sons get in a fight, Tolia?
Yeah.
Yes, they
Our
did.
sons
They
got
did.
in a
They got
war.
very competitive, right? Because they were 2 months, he was not
Question
playing
though,
football.
when's the last time you guys all got together for something?
Among Us.
It might never have happened. Like
No, not ever with everybody.
So not even at a BlizzCon.
No.
Everyone? No.
No.
They get
It might never happen.
most of us, yeah.
Oh, well, just going to
We
say.
need some like a big wedding or
I've-
something.
Yes.
Yeah, I've
You
never
guys
met
should watch the
Sojourner
extra on my
Doomfist before.
YouTube of just
Sorry?
two sons being torn apart by a video game. Those games bringing people together, then ripping them apart.
No.
It's good content to watch.
Well, we all need drama in our
So-
lives.
So hold on. Someone just said that they've never seen Soldier or Doomfist before. Who was that?
That would be me. I talk to
Oh,
Sojourn a
really?
lot, and this is the first time actually seeing Charisse and gentleman playing Doomfist. So it's nice to see you
Yeah,
face to
likewise.
face.
Pleasure to meet you as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lovely. I love this. I love this. So everybody knows all you fantastically talented people for Overwatch. What is one project throughout your long list of roles that you've done in your career that you cherish as much as you cherish your roles in Overwatch?
Oh, impossible.
Yeah, right.
Anything.
Overwatch Live, baby.
Anything, right?
It could be anything. It could be on screen. It could be animation, video games. It could be theater, whatever. And we'll start off with Johnny this time.
Good luck.
And now you're coming back.
Well, there is a I did do a series on my Instagram called Teenage Dad, and doing that was probably something very it blew up into this thing that I didn't realize would happen over time, but I just kept working on it, and that project as a whole maybe was something that I would say was fulfilling in a way, just to get creative stuff out and see people respond and enjoy it, and be the goofiest part of me exposed. So yeah.
Boris.
Everything else is crap. This is the
Forget about it.
I think that's what I should say, right? Well, there's one project. Actually, I was working on that when I got the job to do Sigma and Overwatch. Is I was working as a game dev. I was in the story team and animating on a game called Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which was released 3 years ago, I think, a week ago or 2 weeks ago. It's nuts how fast time goes. And I got to voice a character called Quolock, which is this big toad. And he didn't even really have a voice. He just went, and he didn't really do much. But because I kind of helped in a small way, helped to create that character and did a lot more than just the voice, but I was part of the, setting up the whole story behind introducing that character and seeing that character through from beginning to end in a narrative way was very, very rewarding to me. So that will be another project that I'm very, very proud of.
Excellent.
I'm out.
Wow. I know. I love so many of the things I've done. But okay, so one that I love a lot that I did that you can watch now because it's on TV now on Hulu in the US and Disney Plus everywhere else in the world is if you watch Welcome to Chippendales, I'm Kumail Nanjiani's lawyer. And so I have this really fun time doing that. I'm this very tough broad, and I look very Joan Collinsy, so it's great. But the project I'm most proud of ever, I think, and has been the most meaningful to me is I've been doing since the beginning of the pandemic these Ask Bird Mom live streams, which are these real talk advice streams where I talk to gamer gang about what's going on in everyone's lives. And it's so fulfilling and it feels so good to be in touch with everyone and to give back. So I think the Bird Mom streams are my favorite. But watch Welcome to Chippendales because it's great.
It's great.
I think that's me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something that is comparable to Overwatch, which is just so long lasting and massive. And probably it's not necessarily the job I've even enjoyed the most, but a similar job that has a big place in my life was my first job, which was Downton Abbey, which is another job that will follow me around forever. And I think no matter what other work that I do, I'm always sort of Cara Theobald from Downton Abbey and Overwatch, which I think is two comparing like roles. I'm playing sort of a servant maid in one, and then in the other one I'm a badass fighter pilot. I think that's quite a lot of range, so I think I'll take those two. But yeah, that's another thing that sort of has opened me up to a big world of people who love it all over the world, and yeah, grateful for that family as well.
Excellent. Next up.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh me. Oh, okay. Yes, you. Of course, you. He's so zen.
Yes.
Get it? He's so zen. Yeah.
I think my favorite. It has to be working with Johnny on Teenage Dad. No. I mean, no, that was great. It was a good time. But no, I mean, honestly, if I can't say Overwatch, I mean, I think you guys will agree that any day you're on set or at the studio, it's actor Christmas, and so it's a job, honestly, it's just a blessing to get to work. So, but that Teenage Dad, that was special. It is funny. And also, I play a prison guard on Jen Shit with, so but that was a good time too, and check it out. And Johnny's in that too, and it's a great show.
He's like, yeah, don't mention me though.
You're all fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up.
I was really fortunate to work on a Miyazaki film, Howl's Moving Castle, where I played Prince Turnip, and that had always been a dream of mine since I first came across Miyazaki's work. But it was a very short part, so in terms of like artistic satisfaction, it's like, okay, I got that sort of that Boy Scout badge. But the part that really is probably closest to me is from an anime called Wolf's Rain. I had started dubbing anime because I've been a huge anime fan ever since I was a little kid. And I was dubbing anime in New York when I was working as a theater actor in New York, doing Broadway, off-Broadway, regional theater, whatnot. And I found this show called Cowboy Bebop, you may have heard of. And they were doing it in Los Angeles at the time. And I was like, I got to move to Los Angeles to move on their next project. What would their next project be? And the next project that same studio did after Cowboy Bebop was Wolf's Rain. And it was like the same composer, Yoko Kanno, this amazing music, the same character designer, different director. But what was really cool about Wolf's Rain is it had this deep mythological story to it. It was these 4 wolves searching for paradise. And it had this sort of Hindu cosmology behind it. Anyone who knows me, I have a whole mythology bent. I give academic presentations on mythological storytelling and pop culture and whatnot. So that project and being able to play this one wolf, I got to play the sort of rebel wolf. He looks like Billy Idol, Sume. And so I got to play the sort of rebel on the team on Wolf's Rain. That was sort of a dream come true. And that show, even though it's way back in the past there, is still probably one of the most satisfying artistic experiences I've had besides doing Winston.
Excellent. Thank you for that. Next up.
Yes. Hi. Yeah. By the way, I can't wait to talk to you about Mythos the next time we get together. I'm a student of Joseph Campbell for many years.
There you go.
Anyway, so most recently, I can only say something comparable in scope, as was mentioned earlier, character or a role that was comparable in scope in terms of what the character does to the public at large, or the place that it holds in public consciousness or popular consciousness. It would be maybe the most recent Broadway time I've spent creating the role of Toulouse-Lautrec for Moulin Rouge Broadway. Fascinating real person, fictionalized through the lens of Baz Luhrmann, and then again through the lens that we created for the Broadway show. But before that, maybe even more prominently, was creating the role of Fela Kuti for Fela Broadway. It was also very, the place that he has, I mean, can you still say popular consciousness? I mean, he also was, both of those guys, they lived, they're not around now, but people are still attracted to their work and the work inspired by them, and subsequently stepping into the shoes of those individuals has sort of attracted some of the fairy dust that they created during their time on Earth. So it was a fascinating ride, as is Doomfist. They all will probably be around long after we are all gone, which I really find incredibly fascinating because, this is also a new mythology told through video games as opposed to, at the fire pit or the pages of a storybook. So.
Is it me now?
Yes, it is.
Difficult to follow up. All of I don't know. I find it very difficult to pick one part, and I guess it's always the beginning maybe that stays with one the most. And my kind of a breakthrough into the theater world or the Western stage was Tom Stoppard and Trevor Nunn's Rock and Roll, which was great. But essentially, the project which I'm most proud of is probably my own documentary, Women's Day, which I worked on for 3 years, and I wrote it, directed, produced it, written it, narrated it, and all of that. And it won many awards, and it was a big kind of a epic documentary about these quirky women, and through which we reveal a whole history of Russia. So I had to get it out of my chest, and it's out there now, and it's called Women's Day. That's it.
Very nice.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations on that. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. There is no other role.
I can only pick one. I mean,
you can pick one.
You can pick
multiple.
Well, I guess there's some landmark things. Most of them actually kind of resell, but like back in 2008, I did the Incredible Hulk with Fred.
Yeah.
And we did some of the voices for Abomination and Hulk when they get beating each other up and fighting, that kind of stuff. Edward Norton doesn't want to do that with his voice, of course. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and that was a dream because the Hulk for me as a kid was my superhero. I was a scrawny little thing, like a stick, and I had green blow up Hulk muscles. I would inflate, and I could jump in the pool, and I would have these big pectoral muscles. I still don't have as big as I would like, but it's okay. And so that was a cool role to play. I was able to book that, but. Recently, last year, I got to be on The Simpsons. And that's amazing. That was amazing. They sent out a casting notice for the part of a Wolverine character. Not the Wolverine from Marvel, but like
a real
ferocious Wolverine. And I did a really solid audition for it, and they hired me for that. And then it went really well. And 30 years the show's been on, more than that, 34 now, but just something that never even came about because it's always celebrities that do cameos. They have their 6 main crew that do it, and there's like 3 other all-starring regulars that are always there. They never really opened it up to voice people like myself. And that opportunity came. I got it, thankfully. And then when my agent talked to me after the session, he's like, yeah, all I can say is it went great. I had so much fun. Hopefully they have me back for more. And then they told him that they had a part of a baby goat that they wanted me to audition for. I don't think many people tried for it. It's the Wolverine. So I read for it and read
headlines.
They said we have to do. We need him to do the Nelson, but he has to be a goat. It's like, I don't know how to do that. But that was amazing. And then it's turned into 5 episodes already. And they're just calling me back. They're not auditioning me. They're just, John, we need John to come in for this. We need John to come in for that. It's like unbelievable. I'm like, on the short list. That's a dream come true. Just like Overwatch is an amazing dream. But, and then, last thing, Mako on Star Wars The Bad Batch, working with Lucasfilm. I've been on 3 series now. It's going to be, and it's an amazing team to work with as well, Lucasfilm. And one of my goals in life as a voice actor is to be a Disney villain in a feature film, the animated feature film. That's a goal. I just love to do that one day. Mako is the villain, episode 10, retrieval of season 2 of The Bad Batch. I play Mako.
And he talks like this. He's a very sleazy guy. He takes advantage of all the child labor.
And he's very mean and nasty, and he gets his comeuppance. Don't worry. But it's episode 10 of this season. It's fun. Just these things have just happened, and that's as close as I've gone to a Disney villain, but it's one step closer.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. This ride is phenomenal. Dream job. The dream job. That's what we all get to do here. which is pretty amazing.
Love that. And before you go, just to let everybody know, go to streamy.com/Overwatch to get some of the amazing prints that all of these amazing, talented actors are offering to sign for you. Back to our regular schedules question.
What would, well, for me, I still feel like Echo's my big break, you guys. And every time I go in and record, I feel so lucky because I don't know if she becomes more and more like me or if I'm becoming more and more like her. So what can I add to that about roles that I've played, roles that I have a future role that I just booked. And I feel like thank you. They come along very rarely, and when they do, it's amazing, which is just the actor's life. But this one is a vampire, and I have never read a character that is so close to who I am without me being a vampire. But I just feel
you're a vampire.
I am. All the longing, all the late night, never seeing another sunrise, all that kind of stuff. I just feel so akin to this character, and I can't wait. I don't know when it's going to come out. We don't stop filming until I think later in the year, but yeah, I feel like I guess I'm looking into the future rather into the past. That's kind of more the person that I am. And I just feel like I'm excited to share that version because whenever you get to play someone that is kind of not who's calling.
You're like, Echo's talking. I gotta get on that. I love how like two people said,
that's like in the Oscars where the music comes. They're like, come on, all right, that's it.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, let's go. But yeah, it's. I just feel like I'm really excited about that, and so the only thing I can say from the past is Echo. She's just brought me so much. So I don't know if that answered the question, but you get my drift. Right?
Love it.
Yeah. Overwatch, pretty big, pretty uncomparable, as many have said, and it's been such a revolution in my life, also because of meeting the fans and getting to know them. So to answer the question, I'm going to go in a totally different direction. The project that I hold closest to my heart, of course, is a book that I wrote a few years ago that came out in France and that has just been released in English. Anyone can on Substack, which is a platform. Yeah, it's a personal story, a memoir, something that happened to me when I was in my 20s. I decided to stop dieting. It's called Fuck Diets. And I mean that with my whole heart. So it's a body positive, inspirational guide. And the whole process of just writing a book was intense, crazy, wild, and wonderful. I recommend it. And that's it. I hope it continues to open more things.
That's awesome. How do you say fuck diet in
Fuck le régime.
Fuck le régime!
Ooh la la. Régime.
I'm no longer with diet. Yes, no. Since my modeling career dried up, I would love that. Oh gosh, your favorite things is it's like the children in your life. I'm so grateful for Soldier 76. I mean, he's near and dear to my heart, and so much cooler than me, and so much what I would ascribe to be. I just love how he wants to help the world. And Hulk obviously has been my old friend, for so long, and so grateful to be able to play him over the years in different sort of mentalities of his development. Ask the Story Bots is a children's show. I'm so excited to play that. We just finished that off. It was it's such a honor. Erin Fitzgerald, if you're out there watching, she's a big Overwatch fan. We got to educate parents and kids, and that was really meaningful to me to do something like that. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, so excited to be part of that show. You know what I mean? That's the most exciting show I've been on. Then for a character who's a lot like Shaxx, I would say who's a lot like Shaxx. I just said like 76 is Lieutenant Shaxx on Star Trek Lower Decks. I've always been a Star Trek fan, and now to be part of the Star Trek universe, it's freaking me out. So that's been I'm blown away. So thank you.
Oh, it's my turn. You know, I'm very grateful to have worked in the industry as long as I have. I've, you know, worked on Broadway. One of my special things to my heart is obviously The King and I. I've done The King and I many times. I did it in London with Elaine Page at the Palladium 20 years ago. Yes, I know. But and this is a shameless plug. I'm actually recreating my role at the La Mirada Theater in here in California. I'll be doing The King and I.
Nice. Cool.
In April, if you guys are, any of you guys out there are around and like musical theater. My role in Death Note, I played Latari in the live-action Death Note, as well as, you know, some of my animation stuff. I love doing Carmen Sandiego. I was Shadow-san in Carmen Sandiego, and some of the Disney Plus. It was the Star Wars Visions. I did an episode of that Star Wars Visions, but I just consider. I dubbed the voice of Doc Sue, the English voice of Doc Sue in a Squid Game, and
nice.
The villain, you know, the guy with the tattoo, and he like, you know, he's like the horrible mean villain. And I did that during the pandemic actually, and had no idea that would become this huge international thing. But so if you want to watch the, you know, Squid Game in English, that's me doing, you know, that character. So
It's complex.
Yeah,
I mean, all watch it.
I know a lot of people that don't, you know, would want to watch it in the original language.
I watched it with subtitles.
I watch with subtitles.
You guys are sub not dub. Okay, I got you.
Not dub. That's a thing. I like that.
So, when I think about like the fun of playing Sojourn, I think about my time playing a character named Jade Tusk in Kung Fu Panda, the pause of Destiny. And the fun thing about that character was I came onto the project and was really only slated to do maybe 1 or 2 episodes. And then I was supposed to kind of disappear from the storyline. And then what they ended up doing was extending the narrative of that specific character. So then that character ended up having an arc. And that was fun for me to move from playing that character in one way, pretty much the villain at the beginning of that season, to finding some transformation along the journey of the season. And that was nice. When I think of challenge and fulfillment, I think of 2 theater projects that I did. One was a play by Lynn Nottage called Ruined that she won the Pulitzer Prize for. And I was in the original cast, and I remember kind of coming in and not really knowing that play would end up having such a long life on stage, as well as Lynn, the playwright, winning the Pulitzer Prize. And that character was a challenge for me because she was so unlike who I am in real life. She is the daughter of a chief, and the play takes place during in the Democratic Republic of Congo and during the Civil War there. And she has experienced a lot of trauma because she has been taken by soldiers and violated sexually, and was then excommunicated from her village, and then found herself in a brothel that was a business that was run by a character named Mama Nadi. And within that brothel, she experienced a modicum of somewhat safety, as well as the other girls that had sort of found their way there after being traumatized in various ways during that war. And so it is a very heavy subject matter. But what Lynn does beautifully is that she weaves this story and she brings love, connection, and community into the story. And so it allows it to be one that you leave with hope in your heart. So that was a very challenging and fulfilling project. And then the next challenging and fulfilling project was by the same playwright, Lynn Nottage, a play that I did called Fabulation. And that is about a woman who came from a low socioeconomic background and then made something of herself. And she owned her own successful business. But she kind of, well, not kind of, she turned her back on where she came from. And it shows how what happens in the play is that she kind of gets into a very precarious position and has to return home. And it just follows the journey of a woman coming to terms with what's most important in life as she faces her roots and faces herself and her community that she has left. And that play was challenging because the character never leaves the stage except for intermission. And her journey is sort of like whirlwind from the beginning of the play all the way to the end. And it was a comedy. I performed with amazing, my fellow castmates were amazing artists and people. And so when I think of fun, fulfillment, and challenge, I think of those projects.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wow.
And ladies and gentlemen, we cannot finish a stream better than that. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go and everybody is going to, I know we've hit an hour already. I can't believe it. So we're going to go and I'm going to call your name. You're going to tell us where they can find you on social media. And I'm going to see you later. So we're going to start off with Crispin. Tell us where they can find you on social media.
Sure.
And your show is
You
awesome.
can find me on social.
You
can find. Oh, my podcast. Yes, I have a podcast on Voice Acting Master. There's been a couple of Overwatch games as well. But you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Crispin Freeman. Luckily, I've got that handle. I'll be doing signings Saturday and Sunday. I won't be doing signings now because I have to run. But I will be doing signings on Saturday and Sunday. And you can check out my streaming link in the bio of my Twitter and my Instagram at Crispin Freeman for all that information. Thanks.
Thank you, Crispin. Have a fantastic day. Everybody say bye to Crispin. Bye,
Crispin. Bye, Crispin.
Bye.
Miss you, Crispin.
Everyone.
Bye.
Crispin has left. Next up.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about.
Wait, he's still here.
Oh, what? Next up, Johnny. Where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me at all my socials on at Johnny Cruz, JONNYCRUZZZ, because I'm very sleepy. And right after this, if you want to keep the party going, I'll be on TikTok at Johnny Cruz. Come see me.
There you go. Everybody say
Yes.
bye, Johnny.
Bye, Johnny.
Bye,
Bye.
Johnny. Dola,
I'm sorry.
you're next. Tell us where we can find you on social media.
So, yes, Instagram, Dolia, DOLYA, 3 underscores. Twitter, Dolia Gavansky. And I'll be signing on the 28th of March because I have to run. Now I'm in Copenhagen. And yeah, hope you have a great time signings and see you soon.
Yes, thank you. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Sarah, where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm everywhere at San Gauja or San Gauja Official. That's SAHRNGAUJAH. See you somewhere out there. Peace and love. Oh, and check out streamly.com for the upcoming signing. Peace. It's been so lovely. Peace and love.
Thank you.
Sorry, missed you. Bye.
All right. Next. I just love how Fedor he just embodies his character. He's just so zen-like, Zenyatta-like.
I'm usually.
It's the second time at
Come on.
Bomb. Like, I'm paying for you, man. Where can I find you?
This is my prime nap hour right now. So you can find me social media on Instagram and Twitter at FeoChin, FeoChin, and my website, FeodorChin.com. And yeah, you look on Streamly to see when I'll be signing. I'm not quite sure yet, but great time, great seeing you guys, and yeah, take care.
Thank you. Love seeing you.
Who's next?
Who next?
Who's next?
Who? All right. We got to rock, paper, scissors? No. All right, Kara.
I'm next, and I will go. You can find me at Cara Theobald, surprise, surprise, on Instagram and Twitter. I'm not cool enough. I don't have TikTok or Twitch or any other cool things, but Instagram and Twitter. It's very late in London. Twitter, and I'm going to be doing my signing next Thursday, the 30th, I believe. So you can get my prints on Streamly's website. And yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Lovely to see you all.
Take care.
Good night.
Bye. Good night. Bye. Am I up? I'm on the bottom. Okay, I am everywhere. At Hey, it's Jen Cone. And the places where I post the most are Instagram and TikTok. So that is definitely, if you want to see what I'm up to, you can also join my family Discord, and the links are all over the place. But at Hey, it's Jen Cone on all of the platforms. And I'm signing on this Thursday, the 23rd at 6 p.m. EST, which is 3 p.m. PST, which is 10 p.m. in London. And you can go to Streamly to get my prints. And thank you guys. This was so much fun. This was awesome. Bye. I look forward to seeing everybody in person. I miss you guys. I'm hugging you. Oh, I can't stand it. I miss you guys. I'm virtually hugging you on the
Everyone was more broken.
Bye, Chad.
See you later. Right. I guess that leaves me of the externals. I am signing on the 29th, which I believe is next Wednesday, not tomorrow, but next week. So, get your things there, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I don't do that much. I'm sorry, but I'll try to be better. But that's my full name, BORISHIESTAND. Yeah, I'll hope to see you there very soon. And nice to see you guys. Those of you who are left. And may the universe continue to sing for all of you. Take care, guys. See you later. I'm out.
Ciao.
And last and not least, our in-studio talent. Because, ladies and gentlemen, after we end this stream, they will be going live on their Instagrams to be signing their individual autographs. So tell us, where can they find you on social media?
Old ones.
You know what? Let's start this away. Go for it.
All right. Charisse Booth, CHERISEBOOTHE. I know I'm a little blurry up there, it looks like. But on Instagram and Twitter.
There you go. Next up.
I'm just my name, Paul Nakauchi, at Instagram, and I'm Paul Nakauchi 1 on Twitter. I don't really do Twitter too much since the whole takeover with Elon Musk. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, Twitter and mostly Instagram. Hello, Fred Tatasciore. My name, FredTatasciore. No numbers. And yes, and we'll be signing today.
Yes,
and any proceeds are going to Syria and Turkey for this one. So anything, and then in the future we'll do more. But
Hi,
I'll be signing today. I'll be signing over the next weekend. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram is Chloe_Hollings. Twitter is Hollings_Twitter. I hadn't planned very well when I did that. It doesn't matter. But mostly I'm on Substack at Gentle Badass. Gentle Badass, if you want to read my book, if you want to read the free previews, if you want to whatever, dive into that world. There's other things too. There are most of my essays I read as well and I record. Gentle Badass. And I'm on TikTok also as The Gentle Badass, but nothing is up there yet. So stay tuned. Fuck diet. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeannie Bole. I don't do Twitter much. Oh gosh, it is actually nap time for all of us of a certain age. I'm just putting it out there, echoing what's up. Oh, okay.
You're under 21. I don't get it.
Thanks. I'll write you a check. Anyway, yeah, so mainly Instagram, Jeannie Bole, and I am going to be signing immediately after this Q&A. You can find my stuff on streamily.com/Jeannie Bole. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. We love you guys.
And go. I know we're running out of time, so you can find me at John Lapow, no H in the John, so it's JONLIPOW. That's my Instagram, and Twitter is Jonathan Lapow at JONATHANLIPOW for Twitter. Facebook is John Lapow Voice, and that's kind of all I'm not on that often, but I'll be there, and I'll be signing right after this. So I guess on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So thanks so much for joining.
Excellent. And ladies and gentlemen, you can catch us at Streamly.live on Instagram, Streamly Live on Twitter, and you can go check this out and other streams at the Streamly YouTube page. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of the Overwatch 2 Streamly Cast Q&A. We'll see you guys later.